Jim Edwards here, joined by Marcin Tybura. He's going to be taking on Stefan Struve coming up at UFC Fight Night 134 in Hamburg, Germany on Sunday evening. Marcin, you're here in Hamburg right now. First of all, when did you arrive and how are you liking, I guess, being here in Germany?
I arrived yesterday and so far I like it. It's not my first time in Germany, but first time I'm outside the airport and I'm able to see the city. So far it's pretty cool, so I like it.
So I know you're not on media day this week. I was very surprised when I heard that. What about you? Do you like doing the media during fight week, or do you prefer to just keep yourself to yourself?
Well, I don't mind it. I mean, maybe not like that much, but I don't mind it. I'm always enjoying. But this time, I'm actually first time after 2 losses, so it's better for me maybe not to talk that much. Just prove that I'm still back in the game. And that's it. That's something I want to show. That's not something I want to talk about right now.
Exciting fight coming up on Sunday. Everyone saying this is one of the better fights on the card. Stefan Struve, a very noteworthy opponent. What do you think about Stefan at the moment? What have you made of his last few fights, and what kind of threats, I guess, do you think he brings to the table on Sunday?
Well, Stefan Struve is like, he's tall for sure, and that which is something it's. Everyone tried to avoid his striking, but I also think he's a good grappler. It's really tough to fight him on the ground, and he's the kind of a fighter who can win like with a Stipe Miocic. That was a good fight for him, I think. And the last loss against Andre was something that may show to somebody that he just disrespects him, I think, a little bit. And what I expect, he would be prepared much better for this fight. So I'm expecting, him to be in a really good shape and be prepared for the fight.
How do you feel that, I guess, Stefan has developed across his career? Do you think he's been able to make the best, I guess, of his physical attributes? He's very tall, he's got a size advantage over, I guess, pretty much everyone he steps in the octagon with.
Well, of course, his height is really impressive. Like, I stand next to him like few times, and that's something that I wouldn't say that's something that scares you, but that's something that impressed you. That's how tall of the fighter he is. I think he's not. He takes advantage of his reach for sure. He may not be like coordinate that well because of his highness, and that's something that tall people. I'm pretty sure I'm not that as well coordinate as guys in the smaller divisions, but he's in the fighting business for long, and he's very experienced. I think we made like he did an M1 as well, I guess so. He fought for M1.
Yeah, maybe once or twice. Yeah.
And so many fights in the UFC, so yeah, I think that experience will be matter in this fight. He take advantage of his experience.
And how are you feeling, I guess, coming into this? In similar position to Stefan, you're coming off the back of 2 losses. Like, how's your confidence doing, and how I guess prepared are you feeling for Sunday?
I'm actually happy about my camp. Everything went well. This time I stay in Poland. I think that's 2 camps made in a US in Jacksonville that give me a lot as well. I learn a lot, and the guys show me much. This time I prepare in Poland. It's actually closer here, so I don't have to like acclimate with everything. Whatever I can say, I'm in the best shape for this fight. As I said, I'm coming off 2 losses. I don't want to promise anything. I can just assure everyone that I'm prepared, no injuries, I'm healthy, and I did my best to win this fight, and I will do my best to win this fight. So,
how do you think you're going to win? How does this get in?
Well, for me, it's always it's always like I wanna win is the most important.
Sure.
And I'm always saying the winning by decision is okay, but in my head it's my more ambition plan for the fight. So everyone could, I'm always looking for the finish in a fight. So I would like to be in the first round.
Sure. You mentioned something earlier, M1. Did you hear about the deal between M1 and UFC?
I did.
Tell us a little bit about M1 as an organisation, and do you think this is a positive thing, I guess, for both organisations?
I think so. There are many fighters in Russia who just try to rise. And also, M1 is a European organization who brings fighters from other countries. So that would be something good for the UFC and for M1 that they cooperate. And I know my transfer from M1 to UFC took kind of a long because they don't have an agreement like this at the time. But right now that would be easier for fighters if they want to join the UFC, and the UFC is looking for that kind of thing. That's good. That's very good.
Yeah, good stuff. Just lastly as well, you're from Poland, got along. Polish mixed martial arts fan, very loyal and very passionate. Obviously you have a big brand in KSW back in Poland as well. I always ask this to the Polish UFC fighters, how well do you think the top fighters in KSW would do if they were put into the UFC? Like let's pick Maciej Gamrot, great example. How would he do?
Well, that's kind of thing. It's hard to say because we don't know what the ceiling is for Maciej Gamrot because he's undefeated everywhere, and I think he would do very well. He's coming from wrestling. I think that's the best base for MMA, and he's proving that he's a really tough guy. Have a good cardio, like went for 5 rounds, like 2 times already. I think Maciej Gamrot will do top 10 or even go to the 5 or would be a champion. I don't know. I don't know because that's what I'm saying. He's undefeated there. Other fighters, well, it depends. There's a lot of great fighters up in there. But I'm not. I don't like to judge any other fighters. Like I would say, it's referees, not like judge any other referees. So I'm not judging any other fighters. I think the KSW have some really big names. For example, like Mohamed Khalidov, who never joined the UFC. We don't know how it would be. I think there is a lot of talents in there.
Just lastly, bringing it back to you, is it fair to say you win on Sunday and then you want to start challenging the top 15, top 10 of this division? Is that kind of your ambition?
It is, of course. I'd like to climb to the top one day, and that starts here. But I'm pretty sure that I need like impressive win for have a right to call somebody like from the top. And that's what I'm looking for on Sunday.
Great stuff, Marcin. Thanks for your time, and best of luck on Sunday against Stefan Struve.
Thank you.
Perfect.